What you're about to watch is a clip from my Brandlytics training where I get together with entrepreneurs, thought leaders who want to build their brand using YouTube and making data-driven decisions to blow up their brand this year. Enjoy. Series analytics. This is where when you have some kind of consistent content, you can start to look at what kinds of videos are performing well versus not. So series examples could be, you're going to do a talking head video. You're going to do a coaching video. You're going to do a demonstration video. You're going to do a one-on-one with a client video. You're going to do a reaction video. You're going to do a how-to video. You're going to do a video from the stage. You're going to do a big Zoom call video. Like, you're playing with different ideas so that you can start to see which ones are working out. If you're starting to work towards a content calendar and you're moving from the once a week to 3 to 7, don't do the same kind of video on repeat. Don't just stick to one format. Start to play with different types, different content styles that feel right for you. For example, I don't do reaction videos. I find a lot of the reaction videos are kind of negative. It's like, I can't believe he just said that. Oh my God, what an idiot. Like, I don't like putting that energy out. So I don't like reaction videos. So there's no reaction videos. The only reaction video I've ever done is me reacting to my first video. And I watched it back and was mostly embarrassed and laughing at myself for how bad it was. But for some of you, maybe that is what would work super well. So it's got to feel right. It's got to be authentic. But if you're getting to multiple times a week, make sure that you're having different kinds of series so you can start seeing the data and seeing what's working, what's not. This is kind of a messy graph, so I'm going to explain it. This is what I go through with my team every month. And this is some old data, but I pulled it up just to show you as an example. This we use for every series on the channel. So I just pulled 3 out for you guys to look at. This is our top 10 series. This is my top 50 series. And this is the Espresso, which is a morning series. So this is us doing, top 10 at Oprah Winfrey, top 50 at Oprah Winfrey. Espresso is more me talking. So it'd be a clip and then I'm talking about it. And then this goes on. So we have each color is a different channel. So these are just 2 channels. And then there's a green channel and then red and orange. And this is some giant sheet that I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with. But what this basically looks at, and Ivan on my team, he pulls this together for me once a month. And we have a call once a month to go over it, is we're looking at watch time for the past month of videos, and then how many subscribers we gain per video. So what these 2 numbers mean is, if we were making our data, what month is it now? We're in May. Okay, so for June, when we have our meeting, this number is going to reflect how many watch hours did we get per video on average in this series for 2 months back. So the videos that launched in April, 1 month of data being collected, and then we talk about it in June. The reason why we do it like that is a channel that like mine has been around for so long. A lot of the data, a top 10 video from 2016 isn't relevant anymore to what's happening right now. So I care about the new videos that are coming up and how well they've done in their first 4 to 6 weeks. So the April videos are contained. So there might be, let's say there's 10 April videos in the top 10 series. So those 10 videos that launched in April, and if you guys have questions, pop it in the chat because this part might be a little confusing. So I'm happy to answer and go deeper on it. But if we release 10 top 10 videos in April, in June, we'd then go back and look at all the data and say, okay, our top 10 videos got us on average 389,000 watch hours. And each video got us on average 79 new subscribers between launch date and June, between April and June. Now, these will go on to continue to do super well, but we're tracking what happened in the first 4 to 6 weeks of each video. So what this helps us do is start to analyze, okay, which series do we keep going with and which series do we cut? So, we did all these top 10s, and I wanted to show this. This data is probably 2016 data. But we've kept this going. If I show you my recent ones, it would show that the newer stuff. This is where we did our first top 50 to say, hey, what if we launch a new series, top 50? Let's just go super long on a video. So you can see our top 10s were doing 122,000 watch hours and 16 subscribers per video in that month. We did a top 50 and look at the jump. It went to 600,000 watch hours and 61 subscribers per video. The next month did super well. The next month didn't do so well. We lost subscribers and only 128,000 watch hours. So we're constantly comparing these numbers, and you can look at it across series. So if we look at it this month here, you can see, okay, so the top 10 got 6 figures watch time, 17 subscribers. Top 50 crushed it on both. And the Espresso got 51,000, about half the watch hours of this, but double the subscribers. And so we're constantly playing with the series to see which ones are doing well. Then inside each one, you can dive in to see, well, which video did well for us inside here. So if these are 10 videos, which of them did super well and which ones didn't, to give us more information. But this for you could be, coaching series. This could be, again, all the different options, direct to camera, reaction, etc. And you start to pay attention to how many watch hours did I get from these videos and how many subscribers did I gain from these videos. If you wanted to add the third column of revenue, you could too. Revenue is typically more topic driven though than series driven. But if that's really, really important to you, we don't track revenue as the main metric for our YouTube videos. We care mostly about growth. So Drew's got his hand up. What do you got, Drew?
So I'm just trying to make sure I understand. So each row represents a single month of that series having been released. Yes?
Yes. Yeah. So this would be June, July, August, September, October, and so on.
So when collecting that data, so I'm assuming this is like on one page, and then on another page you have each individual video, the total cumulative, and then that number just simply reflects the sum of all of the videos that were released that month.
Yeah. So if this was June, it'd be the sum of all the videos from April that were released, and then divided by how many videos were released. So this is an average. This is per video.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because we'll end up doing 22 top 10s in a month, but only one top 50 as an example. So to add them all up, it doesn't make sense. You have to then give me on a per video basis. I don't think you have to go this deep. Even just I'm obsessed with this stuff. So I've shown this to other big YouTubers. Like nobody tracks it as detailed as you guys do. So you don't have to go to this level. I'm just showing you the idea is I want you to start thinking about it on a series level. So we looked at channel, which is great, but that's to Ashley's question about how do we make strategic decisions. That's hard when you're just looking at total views and total revenue, total subscribers, etc. Once you get to a series by series level, it starts to educate us to say, hey, these ones are doing better than others. So if I look at this line and just a one-off month, we'll usually do it for at least 3 months to see. A one-off month isn't enough, typically. So, but this month, like the top 50 looks like a runaway winner. And the next month, it's also doing really well on the watch hours, not as well on the subscribers compared. And the next month, whatever we did here sucked, right? We lost 21 subscribers. So I don't know who we profiled or what that video was. Now, again, all these videos will still end up winning long-term. This is first 4 to 6 weeks. And why 4 to 6 weeks is because that's usually how long it takes for suggested to start to kick in. You might have a crazy runaway winner that suggested starts to pop, within the first week. But for the most part, for most videos, you give that 4 to 6 week window. Usually after 30-day mark, you start to see suggested views go up if the video is going to do well. If you still don't see any suggested views after 30 or 60 days, that video is probably dead. So it could be worth doing a redo on the thumbnail title, or just the video, itself wasn't very good. So this is how every month, since 2015, I've met with my guy, Ivan, and we go over this and we make decisions afterwards from this. And this sheet, this is only 3 columns. This sheet is maybe 20 columns long for all of our series. And we'll just dive into each one and say, okay, this one's not looking so good. What do we need to do to fix it? And the goal is always to try to pull out always have one test series that we're trying to beat the rest of our content to make it back in. So if you're making 3 videos a week, as an example, you have your 2 that you know are consistent winners, and then you have your 1 that's a test. So maybe you're trying a book review, or maybe you're trying a role play, or maybe you're trying a coaching call. You're trying something for 4 weeks to see how well are we doing. And you're always trying to beat the winner. If you want to see this full video as well as train live with me twice a month to blow up your brand, join the Brandlytics training program. There's a link to join right there next to me. Continue to believe. I'll see you there.